we all use our mobile phones, no? Ngayon, mas madalas na tayo mag-data connection and data services, no? Internet, streaming, mobile gaming, right? So, yung data traffic na dumadaan sa mga mobile network operators is tremendous, no? In the level of petabytes, no? And with that, having said that, no, it means that network operators need to invest in the network, no? Densification of the network, expansion, and all of those things na maka improve ng customer experience, no? But then, of course, mobile network operators, they cannot raise prices, no? Masyado in terms of the services. Of course, yun yung medyo parang challenge, no? We have telecoms is a capex intensive industry, no? That's why yung mga operators, we are looking for solutions, innovations, wherein our network will be more efficient, and there will be solutions, no, wherein we can save, no, in terms of our capex, in terms of our cost, no. So that's why we are looking into this technology, no, yung Open RAN, which promises, no, those kinds of, solutions to those pain points, no. That's why yung aking presentation will be starting on the challenges muna, so that we can understand why we are looking into this kind of technology sa ating radio access network. So number one challenge for operators, no, or in the telecom industry is the vendor lock-in, no. As what was discussed a while ago, it is a monolithic system, integrated yung hardware and software. So we don't have that flexibility, or mobile network operators doesn't have that flexibility, no, to choose a different hardware or a different software from different vendors. So basically, we are locked into a few vendors or suppliers. And with that, it is costly, no? This pure telecom-based equipment, mahal siya, as what I mentioned, it's capex intensive, no? We have hardware, software, licenses, and also the services. And in integrating artificial intelligence, machine learning into the current system, although meron naman siya, no, when we in our current network, we have also the SON, no, or the self-optimizing network. But then it is proprietary solution. It is pre-programmed control and logic, and mahaba yung software life cycle niya. So medyo hindi siya ganun ka-flexible, no, for mobile network operators. So we are looking into solutions for these challenges, no. That's why this aggregation has been a big part, no, in our look for solutions for these challenges. Kasi as what was discussed a while ago with the disaggregation, we can have that flexibility. No, we can choose hardware and software, yung best of breed sa industry. And if there is also a larger ecosystem for this hardware and software, of course, we can choose, no? We are not tied up to a single vendor, or we are not tied up to a single supplier. No? And if there is, or if there are many players in the industry, we expect that there will be also lower in terms of the cost, no? This aggregation will also enable a simpler licensing scheme, no? We can also use general purpose hardware, or yung COTS, no, yung commercial off the shelf na hardware, no, servers to for our network. And we can also inject the intelligence, no? And not just intelligence, AI/ML, but also it is on the open uh, with the open AI, no? So developers from different even our own internal software developers will be able to contribute to the intelligence the network. They can actually develop applications, no? For network optimization, for yan kagaya yan, power consumption reduction, and different features and capabilities. So this drives us to look into this kind of solutions, no. But just to point out, no, yung biggest advantage talaga ng Open RAN for operators like us, no? And globally, no, is yung flexibility and openness. So once we were able to use general purpose hardware, kasi pag sinabi natin general purpose hardware, ito yung mga IT servers, no, that is being used by the IT industry, no, and then we will be onboarding yung mga software, no, that is with any brand or with any vendor. So later on, you will see, no, yung ecosystem ng software and hardware, and we will be able to mix and match different vendors. So meaning, yun nga, mas flexible tayo, no? We are not monolithic. And then yung big advantage din talaga is yung intelligent controller. We have this RAN intelligent controller or the RIC, no? So these applications, X apps and R apps, so it both caters to near real time and non-real time applications, no? So for the network optimization, no, it will be automated, no? So some of the operations and maintenance can also be done through these X apps and R apps. So open system, open ecosystem to new developers. Killer app could come from non-telco companies. Kasi currently ngayon, nakarely talaga tayo dun sa mga telco vendors, no? Pero with the Open RAN, who knows? Malay natin, they can develop something, no? That will be very relevant to our industry. Yan. And of course, there will be interface with wide range of services not available to RAN. So these are the biggest advantages of Open RAN for operators. No? Pero of course, hindi naman natin pwedeng kalimutan that there are also challenges, no? And let us be transparent, no, with these challenges kasi we need to address these challenges kasi new technology to eh, no? So when we introduce a new technology or may bago, 'di ba? Kahit naman sa atin sa personal life natin pag may bago na nangyayari, parang medyo daunting, no? Pero just the same with this new technology, adoption of new technologies, there will be challenges. So number one, yung complexity. So at this point, of course, it will be a new architecture for the radio access network. So it will be more complex for now, but of course, as it matures, we expect that it will actually make the network more simple, no? So pero right now, no, it will of course add complexity, no? Number two, yung interoperability and system integration. So kanina na discuss, no, yung different vendors with the different components ng radio access network. So with that scenario, kailangan nating integrate yung different components na yun with the different vendors. So that's a challenge. And there should be someone who will be doing that, which is a system integrator, no? So do we have those system integrators that have the capability or reliable, no, in terms of doing this? So that's also a challenge. Next challenge is yung requirement in terms of the transport, no? Of course, with the Open RAN, we expect that there will be a cost savings in terms of the radio access network, but it may be offsetted by the transport requirement. No? May need for the front haul due to the centralization concept. And of course, dahil nga magsa-centralize ka, kailangan ng high bandwidth and low latency requirement for the front haul. So yan, so very challenging yan, no? So I think that's one of the major challenge of the operators globally. And then of course, yung maturity ng technology, no? So since this is on the radio access network, it should also be aligned with the standard, no? Standards, no? So sa 3GPP, it should be aligned. So if there's a delay in the standards, then of course it will also be delayed. And of course, yung reliability nga, no? As what I've mentioned, reliability of new vendors. So if we have multiple vendors, there will be new vendors who will participate in this industry. So gaano ba sila ka-reliable, no? As compared dun sa mga talagang big names in this industry. So, yun, that's a question, no? But of course, as kahit naman anong technology, there will come a point na magiging mature to, no? And there will be reliable partners for this technology. And isa naman sa mga challenges na hindi masyadong naka-focus dun sa requirements, no, and sa technical matters is also the organizational structure, no. When we introduce this Open RAN sa network natin, there will also be changes dun sa organization. Of course, yung processes din is may iba, in terms, specifically in terms of the procurement, no. So before, ang procurement will just be talking to a few vendors, no. But now, since it will be a multi-vendor environment, so there will be changes. And of course, yung competency din ng workforce ng organization ng isang operator. So that will also be a challenge, no. So having said that, in terms of the organizational, doon naman sa planning and engineering and operations ng isang network that is running on the Open RAN. So it will be a different thing, no? Kung ngayon currently or yung ating nakasanayan sa telecoms industry is yung meron tayong way of telecoms, no? Pero this will be a different story na because it will be more of a IT centric, no? Actually software centric din, no? When it comes to Open RAN. And there will be a different dimensioning strategy that should be done when we go into the Open RAN. So hindi na siya kagaya nung currently dimensioning na ginagawa ng mga engineers natin, no, sa engineering. And there will be new ways of operations and maintenance. So there will be new competencies that would be needed, no. So siguro yung mga operations guys will need to have software ano, no, configuration competencies more, no, kasi this is more of a software na din when it comes to to the Open RAN. Yeah, so these are the challenges, no, in deploying Open RAN. And also one of the factors, no, we need also to consider yung pag nag-deploy tayo ng Open RAN, no, yung mga mobile network operators. We need to understand the full value of this technology. No? Of course, we need to make sure na there will be an added value, no, to the customers, no, because this is not just about doing this Open RAN as a new technology, but there should be an added value to our customers. So that's why we should do it for the right reasons, no? And the benefits should always outweigh yung complexities, no? Pero I just want to share this, no? Meron tayong tinatawag, no, for the information to everyone. Meron tayong tinatawag na greenfield and brownfield operators, no? Gusto ko lang i-share to kasi actually in terms of deployment, we are discussing here about deployment. So, pagka ang isang operator is greenfield, ang meaning ng greenfield is that wala pang naka-establish na network, no? These are the newcomers, no, dito sa telco industry. Kumbaga magtatayo pa lang sila ng network, ng new network. So, in their part, in terms of the deployment, it is easier for them to decide, no, on when to adopt Open RAN kasi wala pa silang naka-establish na network. So they can start their network na Open RAN na. It's virtualized, no? And then they can mix and match those vendors and do the architecture na Open RAN na, no? But for brownfield operators, no, ito naman yung kabaliktaran. Ang brownfield operators, these are the mobile network operators na naka-establish na ng network. So meaning meron ng working na network, no, and na-scale na nila yung numbers of in terms of the sites, in terms of the base stations, no, thousands na, no. So just like Smart, no, we have thousands of sites that are already deployed, no, nationwide. We have 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, no. So ganun ka-densify yung network and ganun nakalaki. No? So that's the disadvantage pag brownfield operator, no. They need to have this thorough planning kasi meron pang silang legacy network, no, just like 2G and 3G, no. So that's the disadvantage ng brownfield, no. They cannot just jump into the Open RAN, no, architecture. So mas complicated, no, or yung timing on when and yung mga iba pang consideration should be uh, look at, no? So, having said that, yung brownfield operators, yung mga meron ng network, meron kasing potential impact, no? Once that they go into the Open RAN, no? These are just potential, no? Pero of course, when an operator will go into the Open RAN, dapat makalculate yung risk, no, in terms of the disruption sa operation. So hindi dapat maapektuhan yung customers when we evolve into the Open RAN. It should be considered yung huge changes sa organization and the processes, and kailangan ready yung workforce, no, yung engineers ng mga operators when they go into the Open RAN architecture, no? So next will be, papakita ko lang sa inyo yung very high level, kung ano yung mangyayari when an operator or an mobile network operator will be evolving into the Open RAN. So currently, we have here the baseband unit, no? So from the previous presentation, in-explain to kanina, no? So may radio units, baseband units, and some of the legacy network meron pang radio controllers, no, with BSC and RNC, and then connected to the core. So with the disaggregation concept, no, yung baseband unit na yan will be uh, just be converted into the pods, no? Ito yung pods or yung commercial off the shelf server. So magiging server na siya, and then it can be placed in the network. It can be on the edge data center, and then the regional data center naman, yung CU or yung central unit, and then yung DU will be distributed to the different networks, no? So this will be a centralized topology. And then yung software ng RAN or yung vRAN na DU, CU will be onboarded dito sa mga general purpose hardware, no? And then since it is a general purpose hardware, even the core can actually be onboarded, no? Some of the network functions can be onboarded on some of this general purpose hardware. So yeah, and so since this is Open RAN already, so this is just to depict kung ano yung mangyayari sa isang mobile network operator once it evolves to Open RAN. So if you can see dito sa left side, this is still a single vendor, no? Distributed BTS, if you can see here, we have this distributed BTS, so proprietary interfaces, then isang vendor lang, no? And even if we go into vRAN or Cloud RAN, if you can notice, is isa pa rin yung kulay, no? Nung different components, no? While when we go into the Open RAN and it is disaggregated Open RAN, if you can see here, iba yung color ng software, iba yung color ng hardware, no? For the RU, for the DU, and the CU, no? So multicolored na siya. Para na siyang rainbow, no? So parang ganun. Pero kasi parang ano siya eh, it's a multi-vendor environment. So you are not tied up to a single vendor. So you have now the flexibility, or operators now have that flexibility to choose from the best of breed. No? So when we discuss about this multi-vendor environment, I will just want to share you na the ecosystem is actually growing, no, in terms of the Open RAN. So that's why actually this is the way to go, no. It's just a matter of time, no, when operators will be completely adapting the Open RAN technology. And as what you can see here, madami na ding players, no, sa Open RAN. So we have CUDU software, we have the radio unit, the RIC and SMO, no, this platform, and the RAN intelligent controller, even system integrators, no, and the developers, no, test measurement and all the like. So some of you might be familiar, no, with some of these vendors with this ecosystem. So continuously, the ecosystem has been growing, no? And we expect operators to adapt, no? But still, there are operators, no, that is hesitant, no? Hindi naman natin masisisi yung mga operators na hesitant, no, with regards to the Open RAN. So as what I mentioned, this is new, no? Of course, operators needs to understand, no, yung pinaka whole picture niya in terms of the total cost of ownership or the TCO. So as long as hindi pa clear siya, no, within the industry, then it will be harder for them to adapt. The changes needed, no, of course, kanina sinabi na natin yung organizational structure, yung process, and yung procurement. Yung need for the system integrator. Ano bang gagawin natin for the SIs? Will it be internal or it will be outsourced to a third party as well, no? Or may competency ba internally to do the system integration, no? And this will be another new investment, no? Especially for brownfield operators. New investment to expand the transport network, new investment for the hardware, software, and especially investment din sa people competencies, no? For this. And then the risk of operational disruption. Of course, if you evolve, there's always that risk, no? That should always be, taken into consideration. And also, of course, yung maturity ng products and solutions in relation to Open RAN. No, ano ba yung mga yan? Of course, yung the intelligence, no, yung RAN intelligent controller, yung mga different solutions ng vendors, no, it should be comparable and lahat ng currently traditional RAN feature should also be in the Open RAN system, no? So those kinds of solutions should also be matured, no? So that's why operators, no, some of the operators are still hesitant to really explore, no, the Open RAN technology. But of course, there are also some operators who are brave enough, no, to to try, no, and also to deploy, no. Kasi of course, we can see really the value, no, of the Open RAN. We just sometimes kasi you just need also to, to try things out to fully understand, no. You immerse yourself to fully understand the technology. So I think that's the wisdom behind, no, why some of the operators or many already has already started to test. Some also started to deploy already, no? So if you can see here, some of the major operators globally, like Deutsche Telekom, we have here Vodafone, we have NTT Docomo, no, who have already deployed or started to deploy Open RAN. There are also operators who are currently testing, no? If you can see, sa Philippines, it is Smart, no, who is actually exploring this Open RAN or O-RAN, no? We have tested that, no. We have a Open RAN environment, no, in Smart, and we have been actively participating or testing this solution. No? So yan, so madami na, no, madami ng operators na din who are testing globally, no. And if I may share as well, no, in the recent Mobile World Congress, no, yung Mobile World Congress, this is a convention of different operators, no, mobile network operators globally. So napupunta sila sa isang convention, and then they share the latest technologies, the best practices. So one of the very hot topics during the MWC is actually Open RAN. No, so just to share some, no, the entity Docomo, they announced that they are cooperating with 5 global telecom operators with regards to the Open RAN. They actually launched this Open RAN ecosystem experience, or their OREX brand. So that's their brand for their O-RAN solution. So as you can see, Smart is one of those global telecom operators, no, that entity Docomo has partnered with, no, with regards to the Open RAN. Deutsche Telekom also announced, no, their plan to deploy Open RAN across Europe with their partner vendors. No, they are planning to abandon the black boxes. No, so yung black boxes, ito yung mga monolithic and proprietary vendor solutions. No? And also Vodafone, it advanced its Open RAN rollouts and trial in the UK and Germany. They also launched the Open RAN Silicon initiatives with their partnership vendors. So yeah, very hot topic talaga yung Open RAN, no. So that's why if you are here dito sa webinar na to, you are in the right place, no, kasi this is actually the future of telecoms, no. So since this is the future of telecoms, Smart PLDT Smart being a technology leader, no, in the Philippines, Open RAN has also been one of the major initiatives of PLDT Smart. So that's why we are very active, no, in terms of contributing in educating the just like this session, no, with the Asia Open RAN Academy, led by USAID. So we have been a participant always with this kind of sessions. Um, PLDT Smart is also co-leading one of the papers, no, white papers sa next generation mobile network, no. So this is a organization of or this is a consortium, no, or a group of international or global operators, no, who is very significant in terms of the influencing the standardization body, no? So our colleague Leonard Olivar is one of the co-authors of this white paper, no, about the ODIN, no, operating disaggregated networks. And of course, we have collaborations with many vendors and system integrators, no, for us to fully understand, no, the technology, its benefits, yung risk, no, and challenges, so that in the future we will be ready, no, on deploying this Open RAN technology. But it is not always about PLDT and Smart, no. Uh, there is a higher purpose din, no, for this kind of participation or exploring this kind of technology. Kasi in PLDT and Smart, we also see some opportunities, no, for the Philippines, no, as a whole. Of course, as we venture into innovations, no, in terms of the mobile network, we are very sure that the mobile services will still be can be improved, no, in the future, no? So yung Open RAN technology kanina diniscuss, no, uh even yung we can actually develop, no, local talents, no, or local industry in terms of this telecom industry. Who knows, no, with the Open RAN adoption, baka sa Philippines there can be some, uh locally made na mga radio units, right? So locally made na mga software and applications, no, that can be used with the Open RAN. So we have these opportunities for small companies and startups, which also can create jobs, no, if we have this Open RAN adoption in the Philippines. And it can also, of course, encourage innovation. Of course, pag nandito yung technology sa Philippines, uh, innovations will always be, parang it will be improved, no, encouraged, especially for the young people, no, of the Philippines. And it can also be a potential, we can also be a potential R&D and competency hub for Asia. Kasi I think we are one of the first few who are having this Open RAN, right? And sa industry naman or sa career development, we can develop more engineers, more telecom experts, and software developers, no, developers who may be, um, developing applications, no, software solutions for Open RAN technology. So the opportunity is very big, no, for Open RAN, not just for mobile network operators, but for the Philippines as a whole.